Yeah, I might sit down, if that's all right. That'd be lovely. Thank you very much. I lost my words and found wisdom. My name is Fiona.
I'm
and
going
I
to stop you again.
What?
Have you got my copy?
Yes, yes.
Right.
All right. I live with aphasia. In 2005, at 43 years old, I had a series of very severe seizures, mostly caused by a mozzie bite. As a result, I lost my words. Initially, I had global aphasia. I had difficulty understanding and spoke nonsense, and also lost the ability to spell and write. I was initially put on a huge dose of steroids. I put on 23 kilos in 2 months before being diagnosed with central nervous system CNS vasculitis. A side effect is aphasia. I now live with brokers and anomia. I had 3 laps from my illness, CNS vasculitis. Each time my aphasia went backwards. So back to the beginning each time. I have stayed positive, have worked hard on my speech, and I'm continuing to improve my writing, spelling again, thanks to my wonderful speeches. All my speeches are my heroes. Living with aphasia is hard work. When I am tired or stressed, my speech is so much worse. Group situations, such as sitting at a cafe or a party, increases my confusion with the background noise and cross conversations, leaving feeling lost and feeling like I am in an isolated bubble. TV is hard to watch. Following the plot, characters talk too fast to me to pick up what is being said. Luckily, TV is also visual, so I can pick up some things from visual hints. I am very lucky I can read again. Throughout my life have loved reading, particularly novels. I have found since I acquired aphasia, I found some authors are better with simple language and stories. At the moment, I am following an author called Fiona Bell, an Australian author, as I find she's an easy read. My background work was in retail. We owned 2 gift shops in Maitland and Newcastle for 11 years. As the manager, I counted the till and paid invoices. Suddenly, I lost the ability to count and recognise coins and notes. What a shock. These days, I tap with my bank card, so I don't need to fuss about using cash. When I pay with cash, I have no idea if the change is correct, and it confuses me. Another shock I experienced was that I was unable to drive a car anymore as I lost my peripheral sight. So I had to learn to use bus and try to read bus timetables. So my son found an app attached to my Opal card which can show when the next bus is arriving without having to look through a complex list of times, so find the time I need. Yep, living with aphasia is very hard, coping, and comes with many challenges. But I found to look on the positive side of life and appreciate what I do and have such supportive family and good friends and great support through NDIS. I try to find joy every day. Over my journey, I've experienced many speech programs in 3 different hospitals in the Hunter, usually in 8-week intensive program and with mixed results. The worst. A speechie left me with her speech student. The student spoke to me like I was a child and explained, this is a very complex sentence for an 8-year-old. She was talking to a lady aged 46 years old. I went home and howled. I was so embarrassed, insulted. I can remember this clear today when it happened many years ago. So the takeaway message here, please do not ever speak to an adult like they're a child. It's very embarrassing for the client. The best experience I've had, I was introduced with a djembe drum and tapped to good pace for me to pace with I could talk. I came away with a huge smile as I was talking the best I could, with wonderful support. And the takeaway message from this, try to think outside the box to bring memorable, effective experiences for your clients. Also, remember the emotions of those with living aphasia. It is a balance to push forward with people still coping with life-changing events. Some days are diamonds and other days are dust, as the saying goes. Be aware of the client's emotion, including frustration, very common emotion with aphasia. I used to throw tanties. Really frustrating. 2008, I joined the Maitland Hospital First a Chronic Aphasia group. What a saviour. There were other people similar to me. I became a aphasia groupie as I continued to join every 8-week sessions, one after another. I found friends and support among the group and from the speech pathologists who run the group. In 2009, I presented my first public speech at the John Hunter in Newcastle at the annual Wednesday Without Words. I had practiced for weeks with my speech pathologist. It was a huge gathering and I stood with my supporter, my speechy. I started out okay, but as I went along, I got emotional and finally finished and burst into tears. I was so embarrassed, but so many people from the audience came up and congratulated me for my courage. My mum and dad, who are no longer with me, there were to watch and they were so proud. Such wonderful memories for me. Since then, I have done many speeches at Wednesday Without Words, at several Australian Aphasia Association conferences, and at clubs such as Rotaries and View Clubs. Now I have gained so much confidence, I'm happy to present a talk. No tears these days. After 3 years of attending the iconic grade at the hospital, I was told I had to finish as other people needed the support and I was taking away from them. I understood that I knew I needed to keep practicing. I didn't want to go backwards after all my work so far. I chatted with 3 other members in the group and they felt the same. So I wrote to our local MP and asked for support to start our own aphasia group, the birth of Maitland Aphasia Communication Group. In 2011, I was presented with the Maitland Council Community Award for setting up the Maitland Aphasia Communication Group. At the ceremony, the Maitland Mayor gave my award and he said had never heard of aphasia before. Another good opportunity to spread awareness. The Maitland Aphasia communication is so important to me. I feel like it's my goal to keep it going and I enjoy attending the meetings and planning activities for the entire group. Every fortnight I supply activities that help someone in the group to practice a skill such as spelling or maths, etc. There is nothing better seeing a person in the group improving and growing with confidence. It's also a great social day outing. We always go for lunch and after the group, sometimes even stretch to an afternoon tea. Well, I love my coffee. I had found to be true when living aphasia, over the time we lose friends. So some do not understand aphasia and haven't the patience to listen when the person living with aphasia tries to find the word to say. So they drop off and lost contact. Sad but very common with living aphasia. I still have my weekly speech therapy sessions where we work on many different aspects, memories and numbers and public speeches. I have lived with aphasia now for 19 years and I found my speech sessions are so important. When I have a break, I feel I go backwards, so practice is my affirmation. Practice, practice. Remember, our brain is plastic and can improving for life. Big leaps and baby steps are part of living with aphasia. Things I've learned over the years living with aphasia. Number 1, most people don't know what aphasia is and they think we are dumb. It's so important to assure that aphasia does not affect intelligence. Number 2, practice, practice and practice are more the key to improving. Number 3, I need to stay positive, enjoy every day with a smile on my dial. No negative nillies, they pull me down. Number 4, push myself out on bad days will help me to improve my mood. Number 5, tiredness steals my words. I need to be kind myself and take a nap when needed. Number 6, social contact and communication is so important as we are social creatures. We cannot chat with our friends. Every day, number 7, every day I do my best speech skills I have. Some days are diamonds, but not. Number 8, it is important to spread the word aphasia and its meaning to the wider community. Number 9, concentrate on things that are important. It is okay to make mistakes, but move forward. Be kind myself. Number 10, my speech pathologists are my heroes. Without them, life would be bad and sad. They're my heroes. Number 11, I will not be defined as disabled. I have more able parts. I must concentrate on my best skills, good skills. I'm still the same person after illness and trauma. Number 12, I love giving a presentation to you Newcastle University students and to the clubs like Rotary clubs. No one knows how much effort is put into these talks. I have worked on speeching for weeks to practice to make sure the words come out perfectly. Yep, practice, my little secret. Sometimes I still scribble over. So thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to you today, and I hope you've learned something from my talk. Thank you very much.